Disclaimer: this video is an imagination written by author's perspective. It has nothing to do with real life. It's only for entertainment purpose. I own the storyline and narration, so please don't copy and repost my work. Thank you. Jungkook, she creates misunderstanding between me and Ryan, and now she leaves the house in this condition. She is pregnant and she is suffering because of her. Mr. John eyes became widened after hearing about your pregnancy. He can't believe that you were pregnant with Jungkook's child and now you left him. Mr. John, but why she left you when she was pregnant? He asked with confused face. Jungkook, because of them, angry. He pointed towards Mia and Mrs. John, and Mr. John is still confused. Then Jungkook started explaining everything. Jungkook, Mia sent a video to Ryan which was edited. Jungkook, and I know who is the mastermind behind this. Mrs. John is the real villain. Jungkook said and showed that video to Mr. John, and Mrs. John is shaking because of fear. Jungkook, this video is not original one. Actually, she cut the half video and she only used this part in which I was saying that. So Miss Mia, it's better if you give me original video. Jungkook said, but Mia is just standing there and she is not saying a single word, which make him more angry. He take out his and point on her forehead. Mia became scared and tears started flowing from her eyes. Jungkook, give me that video or else I'll kill you. And you know I can do that. Now Mia became more scared and she know that Jungkook can do anything. So it's better if she tell him everything. Mia, no, don't please, crying. Jungkook, then give me that video. Mia nodded and sent that original video to Jungkook, and then Jungkook showed that video to Mr. John. Jungkook, looked at how your wife was convincing me to abort my baby, and when I said no, then they played this game and edit that video and send it to Ryan, and now she left the house. Mr. John blood started boiling in anger when he watched the video. He heard everything what Mrs. John was saying to Jungkook, how she was trying to convince him. Mr. John went towards her and squeezed her hardly, and Mrs. John started shedding crocodile tears. Mr. John, what you were trying to do? Mr. John, you were convincing him to abort the grandchildren of John's. You are so greedy. I never expect from you, he said, and Mrs. John started begging him. Mrs. John, I'm so sorry, honey. I'll never repeat this again. I'm sorry, she said while crying. But Mr. John smirked. Jungkook, you'll not get the chance to repeat this again. Mr. John, guards, he shouted, and his guards come inside. Guard, yes sir, they bowed in front of Mr. John. Mr. John, take both of them to basement and lock them there, he said, and guards nodded, and take both of them with them. They both were begging and shouting to leave them, but Mr. John ignored their yelling and screaming. Mr. John is so hurt with them, and they both deserve this punishment. Mr. John, I'm so sorry, Jungkook, for everything. I'm ready to accept my daughter-in-law and my grandchild. Find them as soon as possible. It's not safe for her. Mr. John sat with worried face, and Jungkook became emotional and hugged his father. Jungkook, thank you so much, Dad, for accepting her. I love you, Dad. Smile. Mr. John, love you too, son. And for your happiness, I can do anything. Jungkook, I'm sorry for past, but now you have me with you, so don't worry about anything. Jungkook nodded. Mr. John, now go and find wine. Jungkook, yes, dad. Then Jungkook left from there. Jungkook come and sat in his car, and then he called Dave. OTP, Dave. Hello? OTP, Jungkook. Did you find anything about wine? Dave. Actually, we find a CCTV footage of bus stand, and we saw wine there. OTP, Dave. We are following that bus. Jungkook, wait for me and send me the location of that bus. OTP, Dev, okay. Then he hung up the call and sent him the location of your bus. Then Jungkook also started following your bus with full speed. Your bus was stopping at every stop, so it's easy for Jungkook to come near your bus in just an hour. Plus, Jungkook also have a supercar which can easily chase your bus. Time skip. You were taking nap in the bus because it's night time and you were feeling so sleepy. Just then you woke up and driver stopped the bus suddenly and every passenger became shocked. Just then you looked out from the window and saw that so many black cars surrounded your bus and you know who is this. Just then Jungkook entered inside the bus. You became shocked and tried to hide your face. But it's not easy to hide yourself. He saw you and come towards you. He hold your hand and take you with him. You tried your best to get away from him and you were shouting, but no one helped you in bus and Jungkook take you with him forcefully and no one dares to stop him. He forcefully make you sit in the car and locked it and then started driving. You are shouting for help because you are feeling scared. You think that he'll the baby. Time skip. He take you home and then started explaining everything. But you are not ready to listen anything, which make him angry. So he shouted on you for the first time. Jungkook, listen me first, he shouted, and you became scared, and your eyes became teary, and then his heart became soft. Jungkook, I'm sorry, Ryan, but I don't mean to shout on you. But first listen me. Then he started explaining you that how Mrs. Jeon and Mia create this misunderstanding. Jungkook, that video was edited, Ryan. Here, look this original video. He sat and showed you the real one, and your eyes became widened. Jungkook, look, this one was the real. When you know that I can never hurt you, but still you didn't believe me and trust on that fake video and leave me. Teary eyes. Vine, I'm really sorry, Jungkook. But in that video, you were clearly saying that you can do this for Mafia Crown, and I thought it's your mom's dream, so you really agreed to do this. Vine, Jungkook, I always trust you, but this video make me scared for my child. I'm a mother and I was scared. I'm sorry, but now I'm feeling guilty. Please forgive me. Teary eyes. Jungkook was hurt because you didn't ask anything from him and leave him like this. But now he can see that fear in your eyes. You are a mother and your child's safety matters for you. Jungkook, it's okay, Ryan, but please never do that again. Please always trust me, and whenever you doubt me, then simply ask me. I can't afford to lose you and my little bean. Jungkook sat with teary eyes, and you also became emotional, so you hugged him. Ryan, I promise you, Jungkook, that I'll never leave you again. Ryan, and I'm sorry again for not trusting you. Please forgive me. You asked, and he nodded and kissed your forehead. Jungkook, I love you, baby. Ryan, I love you too. Finally, every misunderstanding is clear, and now you both are happily together. But trust is very important in every relationship to run that relationship smoothly. The end. Thanks for watching.